Hey students, happy Sunday. Hope you had a great Sunday today, and happy Raksha Bandhan to all of you, to all the brothers and sisters. We wish all of you happy Raksha Bandhan, and our blessings and best wishes are always with you. Okay, so on that note, today I'll start continuity. I'll have this session on continuity and differentiability. So what I'll do today in 1 hour, I'll take up some very specific problems which have come in IIT JEE, and through that problems, I will tell you, teach you how to approach them. Okay? And trust me, today you will learn that majority of the problems which come in IIT JEE in continuity and differentiability do not require a lot of problem solving, lot of equation writing. Most of them are very simple if you approach them graphically. Okay, so this is what we will learn today, and what I will assume today is that you have some basics of continuity and differentiability that you know, slight basics. Okay, even if you have done at your board level, it's fine. Okay, and I'm also assuming that today you also have some basics of graphs as well. Okay, and don't worry if you don't have, then I have lots of my sessions on YouTube on graph as well, which you can refer to. But chalo, let's start on that note. So many of you who don't know me, a brief introduction about myself. So I am Pulkit. I am founder of Vedantu, and I've done my BTech from IIT Roorkee in 2005. And after graduating from IIT, I, with my friends Vamsi Sir, Anand Sir, who are also co-founders at Vedantu, I had started Laksh Institute in 2006. Okay, so I'm sure many of you must have heard about Laksh Institute as well, because last year All India Rank 1 came from Laksh Institute. This year AIMS Rank 1 has come from Laksh Institute. So, what I realized, that if teachers like me and many other awesome teachers could create such amazing impact in that small city Patiala and Chandigarh, from where the students from my Laksh Institute got rank 1 and such ranks, how can we take this magic to all of you in the country? And that is why we started Vedantu. So today at Vedantu, okay, we are using technology to reach out to students like you all across the country, and you can learn just sitting at your homes, right? Chalo, on that note, let's begin. Achha, by the way, guys, I will be looking at your chats. So I have, I'm in my mobile, I can see your chats, but I might not be able to answer everyone. Towards the end of the session, I will give you my email ID as well. Okay? So let's begin. So a quick recap of what we already know about continuity and differentiability, but graphically. So I think all of you know that, look at this graph, This graph actually contains all possible scenarios, okay, of continuity and differentiability. So look, wherever the graph breaks, see there is a hole here. Wherever there is a hole, or wherever the graph breaks, okay, wherever the graph breaks or wherever there is a hole, those are the points where graph is not continuous, right? Okay, so graph is discontinuous here, because imagine if you were an ant, agar tum ek cheetie hote, and if you were walking on this graph, you would have fallen down, right? So that's how we typically understand it. So if there is a hole in the graph, or if the graph breaks anywhere, like here and here, the graph is discontinuous. Here also the graph is discontinuous. Okay, so at C, D, E, F, the graph is discontinuous. Now, where is graph non-differentiable? Now, this is very simple. All of you, I think, know it, but a quick recap before I start the session. I'm in the problem solving. So, graph is not differentiable wherever there is a sharp corner. See, there is a sharp corner here. So, wherever there is a sharp corner, the graph is not differentiable there. Okay? Also, wherever the graph was discontinuous, there also the function is not differentiable. ठीक है. So wherever it is wherever the graph is discontinuous, it is also not differentiable there. Wherever graph is discontinuous, it is not differentiable there. ठीक है. Wherever graph is discontinuous, it is also not differentiable there. But this is the point where graph is continuous, but because there is a sharp corner, so function is not differentiable. Quick summary of all that you know. But a lot of students actually ask me, why is the function not differentiable at the points where there is a sharp corner? ठीक है, एक बार quickly understand करते हैं. Look at this. Do you realize that this is a sharp corner here? ठीक है. Maybe you can also see this is also a sharp corner. ठीक है. So this point there is a sharp corner. Now why is the function not differentiable here? A quick understanding of that. देखो, look at this line. Do you see that this line just touches this graph at this point where there is a sharp corner? Is this a tangent? Yeah, by definition it can be a tangent. It is a tangent. Now look at this line. Is this line also a tangent to this point on the graph? Yeah, it is also. Do you realize that if there is a sharp corner on the graph, then there can be infinite such lines which can be the tangent to the graph at that point. ठीक है? And what is the differentiation of a graph at a particular point? What is the differentiation of the graph at a particular point? It is slope of the tangent. But the problem is, at this given point, there can be infinite tangents. In other words, at this point, which is a sharp corner, there is no one defined tangent. Hence, there is no one defined slope. Hence, the function is not differentiable at this point, or the function's differentiation at this point, which is sharp corner, is not defined at all. Got it? समझ में आया? ठीक है. So the ones who want to speak me in Hindi, sharp corner वाले point पे, जहाँ पे तिकोना है, right? जहाँ पे sharp corner है, वहाँ पे infinite tangents बन सकती हैं, right? So वहाँ पे function का differentiation defined नहीं होगा, right? क्योंकि कोई एक tangent नहीं है जो कि defined है sharp corner पे, infinite tangents है. So differentiation defined नहीं है. Got it? So differentiation is not defined. So this understanding is important because I think all of you have read it but might not understood it properly. On this note, let's start solving some problems which have come in JEE. So I'm taking a problem which has come long back in IIT, but this format has been repeating itself very frequently in IIT. Look at this. So the question is, there is a function given, h of x is minimum of x and x square. So this variety of problems is very frequent in IIT JEE. So today we'll understand that, and in the process we will also understand a very important concept of graph. एक बार इसको read कर लो, read this once properly. ठीक है? Then let's discuss the concept. After that I'll give you one more similar problem which has come in IIT. ठीक है? So look at this problem. I hope you all have read it. ठीक है? Now, before you start solving this problem, ठीक है? Because it's very simple. I know most of you will be able to get the answer. But let me ask you a simple question before you attempt this problem. My question is this. Tell me which of these is greater. My question is, which of these x, x square, x cube and x4 is greater? ठीक है? That is what I want to ask you. Can you tell me? I'm looking at the chats now. Can you ask me which one is greater? X, x square, x cube and x4? Okay, all right. Yeah, so many of you are saying that x की power 4 is greater than x की power 3, then x square, then x. Why? Let us take an example to understand that. Yeah, so many of you are saying that it depends. Yes, it depends. Yeah. So basically, let's take an example. So Jyoti said x ki power 4 is greater. Okay, let's see. If I say x is equal to 2, let me take x ki value equal to 2. Then see what happens. 2 ki power 4, of course, which is 16, is greater than 2 ki power 3, which is 8. Then 2 ki power 2, which is 4, and then 2. No doubt about it that this is the inequality, right? But the problem is that many of you said x ki power 4, that I'm saying. Arnab, Prabhudatta, Dilip, Atreya. But Ramkishan says between 0 to 1, x is greater. Yes, Ramkishan, Rudra Raina, you guys are right. Rishit Badala, yes. So guys, it depends. Now let me take an example of x equal to half. Suddenly the situation will completely change. Half ki power 4, half ki power 3. Now tell me which one is greater? Half ki power 2 and half. Do you know that higher the denominator, lower the value of this number? 1 upon 16 is definitely smaller than 1 upon 8, which is definitely smaller than 1 upon 4, which is smaller than half. 0.5, then 0.25, then 0.125, and so on, right? So basically it depends. So let me tell you what happens. This is greater. This is the inequality if x is greater than 1. When x is greater than 1. But the inequality completely inverts. The inequality becomes this. If you had any doubt, please note it down, because all the problems that I'm going to do, the next couple of problems will be based on this. Between 0 to 1, when x is a fraction, then higher the power, lower the value. Then higher the power, lower the value. Okay? So please make a note of it. It is very, very, very important. I hope it's clear, right? With this example, it is clear. Now, let us focus on the graph of these. Let's learn this through the graph as well. Look at this graph. Okay? So now, here I have plotted the graph of y equal to x. This is the graph of y equal to x. Okay? Straight line, all of you know. Y equal to x square, which is a parabolic graph, a quadratic graph. Okay? See carefully. Between 0 to 1, which graph is higher? Which graph is higher? Y equal to x is higher, or x has higher value than x square. Between 0 to 1. But beyond 1 ke aage, beyond 1, x square is higher than x. Got it? Then look at the graph of x cube. So this is the graph of x cube. What happens? Between 0 to 1, which is higher? X, then x square, then x cube. But beyond 1, x ka cube is greater, then x square, then x. Got it? Similarly, x ki power 4, similar pattern. X square, x cube, x ki power 4. Between 0 to 1, which graph is higher? Lower power is higher. But beyond 1, which one is higher? Higher the power, higher the graph. X ki power 4, x cube, x square, x. If this concept is clear, I hope it's clear, right? Guys, it's clear, right? Now, let me again go back to our problem. So what I just told you, I told you this. Now let us quick revision. So what did I tell you? That if I plot the graph of x square and x, this is x, straight line, which, okay, this is y equal to x, green one is y equal to x square. So you see that x square is lower than x between 0 to 1, but beyond 1, which graph is higher? X square is higher than x beyond 1. Now come to this problem. Okay? Now how to approach this problem? If you know this graph, then look at this. Whenever the question is minimum of x and x square or any two graphs, what you have to do? First plot this graph and then plot this graph together. So we have plotted the graph of x square and we have plotted the graph of y equal to x. We know that which graph is higher? Between 0 to 1, x is higher than x square. Beyond 1, x square is higher than x. Whenever the question is say minimum, minimum में क्या करना होता है? Look at any portion of the graph. Start from say minus infinity, come towards the right. Minimum means wherever the graph is lower, wherever the graph is minimum lower, just keep selecting it. So between minus infinity to 0, which graph is lower? Between pink and the blue one, which one is lower? The blue one is lower. Between 0 to 1, which graph is lower? Minimum. Minimum matlab lower. Minimum matlab lower. Lower graph. So which one is lower? X square is lower. Then beyond 1, which one is lower? Y equal to x is lower. That's it. So just take the selected portion. If you take the selected portion, your graph will look like this. Which kiska graph? This is the graph of h of x now. This is the graph of h of x. The minimum of these two was this one, y equal to x. From minus infinity to 0. Between 0 to 1, which one is lower? X square is lower. Beyond 1, which one is lower? X is lower. That's it. You have the graph of hx. अब देख लो कि where is the function continuous everywhere? Yeah. The graph breaking anywhere? No, the graph is not breaking anywhere. So definitely function is continuous everywhere. Is the function differentiable for all x? No. If you see carefully, there is a sharp corner here and here. At these 2 points, what is there? There is a sharp corner. And I told you, wherever there is a sharp corner, function is not differentiable there. That's it. Rest. So this is correct. Also, h dash x equal to 1. So beyond 1, when x is greater than 1, what is the slope of this graph? What is the slope of y equal to x? The slope is nothing but the differentiation of the graph. So h dash x is equal to 1. Its slope is 1 beyond x equal to 1. That's it. So guys, this is all about this. So the important thing was this concept and the graph. Now I will go fast. If this is clear, now let's go fast. So this graph is important, very, very, very important. And this function, this concept was important. And hence this question. Now let's come to the next problem. I hope it made sense to all of you. Now solve this problem on your own. Read it? Just make the graph of किसका graph बनाओगे? 1x square and x cube. Quick, quick, quick. Rajashri Ganguly is asking what is the option D in the previous question. The previous question ka option D was hx is not differentiable at 2 values of x. ठीक है ना? So yeah, so the answer was hx is not differentiable at ACD was the answer. Oh, sorry, by mistake I marked it B. B is not the answer. Of course, D is the answer, right? Not differentiable at 2 points, this and D, wherever there were sharp corners. Okay. Yeah. So, okay, I can see your answers now. The guys, so Prakashar is, Rawat is saying C, Abhishek is saying A and D, Rudra is saying A and D, Prabhudatta Rath is saying A and C, Archisman Chatterjee is saying A and D, most of you are saying A and D, and Prabhudatta is saying A and C. Some of you are also saying A and C. देखते हैं, बनाए quickly. See, ये तो बिल्कुल ही simple हो गया. So let's quickly plot the graph. What graph? 1. There is a function y equal to 1. So we will plot y equal to 1. So this is y equal to 1. Right? So this is y is equal to 1. Then we have y equal to x square, y equal to x square. So this is y equal to x square, right? And then we have x cube. So let me plot this in red. X cube. X cube कैसा होगा? Between 0 to 1, x cube will be lower than x square, right? It will be lower than x square, then it will be higher than x square, right? So this is x cube and it will go like this. Cool? Make sense to all of you? Now all you need to do is select the portion which is minimum. We have to select minimum, right? So minimum मतलब क्या होगा? The shaded, let's shade the portion which is lower, the graph which is lowest. So you see between green, blue and red is lowest, right? From minus infinity to 0, then the red is lowest again, and then the blue is lowest. Between blue, green and red, blue, green and red is lowest, blue, green and red is lowest, red, green, blue is lowest. So if you see carefully, your graph actually looks like this. Let me plot the graph. The graph actually looks like this. This is the graph. That's it. Clear hai? So what is the answer now? Let's quickly look at the answer. So the graph is continuous everywhere, but only at the point 1 there is a sharp corner. There is a sharp corner, right? So the function is not differentiable at one point. fx is not differentiable at one point. Okay? And fx is continuous everywhere. So you guys were right. The answer was A and D. Prabhu Datta, you were saying A and C, right? So it is differentiable at everywhere except this point 1. It is differentiable everywhere, right? Because y equal to x cube is differentiable everywhere, right? Correct? Okay? Chalo, let's move ahead. Is this clear? All of you? Yes or no? Chalo, cool. Let's move ahead now. Come to this. Now, I will teach you some very interesting concepts about graph transformation. Okay? So, what are we going to learn now? Look at this. So, we are going to learn this, guys. The questions in IIT use this a lot. What? Y is equal to fx ka graph if you know. If you know its graph. There are a lot of questions which will ask you to do mod of fx. There will be lots of questions which will ask you to do y is equal to f of mod x. There will be a lot of questions which will ask you to do y is equal to mod of f of mod x, or for example y is equal to f of greatest integer function of x, y is equal to greatest integer of f of x, so on and so forth. All these transformations are very popular with IIT JEE questions. And as you saw in the previous two questions, did you use anything other than graph? Nothing. All you did was graph, right? So it's very important to learn the graph transformations here. Today I will cover this and this as well. Okay? This I'll take a course on continuity and differentiability and we'll cover all these things there. So today let's take this question as an opportunity to learn about mod of fx. So let's look at this. Look at this. So imagine, look at this. This is what we are going to learn, and what we know is y equal to fx. Imagine you know y equal to fx a graph. So let me plot a particular graph. So let's say there is a graph like this. There is a graph which goes like this. Imagine there is a graph which is like this. Okay? Cool. So whose graph is this? This is the graph of y is equal to f of x. Now we need to learn to plot the graph of mod of fx. एक बार मॉडुलस फंक्शन को समझ लेते हैं. What is modulus function? In my mind, think of modulus function as Baba function. What does Baba function do? Baba function does this. So whenever you give, देखो, why I'm saying it will become clear. Because if you give a negative thing to Baba, what does Baba do? Baba will make that thing positive. If -2, goes into the modulus function, which is my Baba function, ठीक है, the Baba will make him positive. He is my saint. It will make it positive. But if a positive number gets inside, Baba says कोई problem नहीं है, it's fine, you can go. So positive number remains as it is, but a negative number, when it goes into modulus, becomes positive. With this same logic, if I have to plot the graph of mod of fx, what will happen? Wherever you see negativity in the function, what is the negativity in the function? Where the graph is below x-axis, what will Baba do? What will this Baba or the modulus do? This Baba will make that positive. It will make that positive. It implies that the graph of mod of fx will actually look like what? The positive portion will remain as it is, no problem, remain as it is. The negative portion will jump up because of the Baba. The positive will remain as it is. This negative will jump up and your positive will remain as it is. So if this is A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D. Now this is the graph of mod of fx. As simple as that. Okay? Cool? So the concept is, wherever you see mod fx, the graph of fx, wherever it is negative, will jump up. Cool? Now let's apply this in this problem and then we will take a tougher problem. Ye to bahut simple tha, so I'm just quickly doing it here. So this was y equal to x cube. Okay? This is the graph of y equal to x cube, which all of you know. As soon as we took y is equal to mod of x cube, what will happen? This negative portion just came up. It jumped up. So look at this graph. So this is the graph of modulus of x cube. And as you can see, this graph is continuous everywhere and there is absolutely no sharp corner anywhere. Okay? So the graph, since there is no sharp corner anywhere, it is differentiable everywhere. Okay? That's it. And it is a continuous function, so option C is not correct. And it is continuous but not differentiable at x is equal to 0. This is wrong because there is no sharp corner there. It is smooth graph. Cool? You could have done it like this as well, but I wanted to do it simply graphically. Got it? Clear? The answer is simply A. That's it. Cool? Now, let's start increasing the level of the problems a bit now because the base concepts are in your mind. Cool? Chalo. Let's take up one more problem which has come in IIT. Ready? Should I take another problem? Yes? No? Okay. Chalo. So Baba Ji ki jai. So let's use the concept which you have learned to solve this problem. But again guys, you don't have to pick up your pen to write any equation. No equation is needed. Just plot the graph and get the answer. Just plot the graph and get the answer. Should not take more than half a minute. क्या करोगे? The ones who have any confusion here, let me just quickly tell you what you have to do. सबसे पहले ग्राफ प्लॉट करो किसका? y equal to fx का. So first plot the graph of y is equal to sin x. ठीक है? Then I hope you know the transformation. Y is equal to f of x plus 1. Can you plot its graph? This graph is actually y is equal to sin x plus 1 का graph. Vertical transformation is, if you have learned or if you have seen my previous sessions. Once you have done this, then plot the graph of y is equal to what? Now take the mod. ठीक है? Now what I'll do? I'll do mod of, or in fact, let me make it a bit simpler for you. First do this, it will be simpler for you. First take y equal to mod fx, so mod sin x. Then do y is equal to mod fx plus 1. That is, y is equal to mod sin x plus 1. this transformation. So answers are coming in. So Pavan says A, Rishit says A, Ashwari A, Atriya A, nahi re baba. Sagar, you are right. Sagar KJ, yes. No, but you are missing out on one option here. Yes, Prabhudatta, you are right. Prabhudatta, you are right. Dhruv, you are right. Abhiram, you are right. Saptrishi, you are right. Rohit, Pavan, now you are right. Anantraj, okay, cool. Rajat, no, there is one more option. Now, I'll explain the graph. सबसे पहले y equal to sin x का ग्राफ तो सबको आता है ना, वो तो मैं प्लॉट कर ही देता हूँ. Y equal to sin x, which all of you know. This is the graph of y equal to sin x, which all of you know, right? All of you know, right? So this graph lies between 1 and -1, right? So, and when you now, so you know the graph of y equal to sin x. Now, can you plot the graph of mod of sin x? When you do mod of sin x, what will happen? The negative portion will jump up. That's it. So just fold this negative portion up. Fold this negative portion up. That is the graph of mod of sin x. That's it. किया? देखो कितना सिंपल है. Y equal to sin x का ग्राफ, all of you know. When you fold the negative portion up because of this baba mod sin x, what will happen? All the portion of the graph which was negative will come up. ठीक है? Now, when you do, so if you know this graph, now if you add a +1 outside, so if you add a +1 outside, so what will this +1 do? This +1 actually transforms the graph vertically up by 1. This entire graph, because of this +1, shifts up by 1 like this. It goes up like this. Okay? As you can see here. That's it. Now, this is your graph. किसका graph बन गया ये? This is the graph of y is equal to mod sin x +1, the graph which I wanted in the question. Now, is this graph breaking anywhere? No. So this is continuous everywhere. Since it is not breaking, it is continuous everywhere. So B is the correct answer, one of the correct answers. Now, but if you see carefully, do you see that there are so many sharp corners here? And how many sharp corners will be there? Because this graph keeps going, this graph keeps going right in the left and right. So there will be infinite such points where you will see this sharp corner. Hence, there are infinite number of points where the graph is not differentiable. Hence, the answer is B and D. That's it. Simple. Did you need anything, any equation, anything? No. This is the typical question that you will see in IIT. In continuity and differentiability, I would say at least 60% of the problems of continuity and differentiability are simply problems of graphs, absolutely nothing else. कोई limits नहीं चाहिए, कुछ नहीं चाहिए. All you need is the concept of graphs and the concept that sharp corner means the function is not differentiable. कुछ नहीं चाहिए इसके अलावा, absolutely nothing. Okay, चलो, let's solve one more problem. Let's come to this one. Again, read this problem. In this problem, I will teach you the concept of this problem is to first teach you this. Okay? एक बार पढ़ लो. Just read this problem once properly एक बार. After that, I will teach you this thing. What I'm going to teach you? F of mod x. What have you learnt? You have learnt mod of fx. Mod of fx तो देख लिया ना? Baba takes the graph up. Now, instead of taking a mod outside, I am taking a mod outside the x, not outside the fx, just outside the x. ठीक है? Now, read the problem? Can I start? Okay. Now follow me very carefully. Okay? Follow me very carefully. Let me actually take a new page to explain this. Guys, what you know is y equal to fx, for example, what we need to do is y is equal to f of mod x. F of mod x is what we are going to learn. देखो ध्यान से. So imagine y equal to fx का graph is like this. Let me make a graph. Let me make a graph which looks like ले लेते हैं कुछ से दिस इज द ग्राफ. ये किसका ग्राफ है? y इक्वल टू एफ एक्स का ग्राफ है ये. ठीक है. नाउ व्हेन यू हैव टू प्लॉट द ग्राफ ऑफ f of mod x, just remember these steps. First let me tell you the steps, then I'll explain why. Erase the left hand side graph. Erase the left hand side graph. When I say left hand side of, I mean left side of, it means left side of y-axis. Okay. Step 1, this portion of the graph. Okay, you have to erase this graph in your mind. Erase this graph. Second, take reflection of right hand side graph. Take reflection of right hand side graph. What is right hand side? Right hand side means to the right of y-axis. Right of y-axis. ठीक है. So take reflection of right hand side graph to left side as well. To left side as well. Matlab, now I'll explain you what I'm going to do. What you have to do, first you have to erase this portion of the graph. So nothing changes on the right hand side graph. The right hand side graph still looks like this. The right hand side ka graph still looks like this. ठीक है. But what you will do, you will erase this left hand side wala graph, and what will happen, take the mirror image of the right hand side का graph on the left side. कैसा हो जाएगा? I am taking the mirror image लेंगे तो कैसा बनेगा? So this graph, this entire graph is the graph of f of mod x. Okay, it looks like the Ravan ka mustache, right? In this particular case, right? So this is the graph of f of mod x. Cool? Rishit, I am going slow, Baba, because I want all of you to understand it's just 1 hour session. And in 1 hour session, you are learning many new concepts. Okay? I'll give you the problem. Let's see if you guys are able to solve the problem. Okay? So don't worry, guys. It's just 1 hour. Chalo, ye samajh mein aa gaya sabko? Now, let us solve this problem now. Let's come to this problem. Now, what you have to do, step 1. Read this problem. Step 1, plot this graph. Step 1, plot this graph. Plot the graph of y equal to fx. You know how to plot the graph of x minus 3, but plot it when x is less than 0. Then plot the graph of x greater than or equal to 0, which is a quadratic graph. You know how to plot the quadratic graph, right? Once you have plotted this graph, after that, plot the graph of f mod of fx. Plot karo. Separately, plot the graph of f of mod x as well. Plot this and plot this. Once you have done, then I will tell you how to talk about the continuity and differentiability of gx, which is addition of these two. ठीक है? Cool? Clear? करो, सब लोग करो. Plot the graph of this, all of you. X minus 3. The ones who have done, you can keep moving forward. Others, I am explaining. X minus 3 का graph for x less than 0. कैसा होगा? 1, 2, 3. This is the graph of x minus 3, right? Y equal to mx plus c जैसा. Slope is 1 and the y-intercept is 3. But it will be open here, right? It will be open here. This graph will be open at 0. Open means this. So this is the graph, right? This point is 3. This is x minus 3. Now let's plot the graph of x square minus 3x plus 2. कैसे plot करोगे? x square minus 3x plus 2 का graph. Guys, all of you know, right? You can factorize it. X minus 2 into x minus 1. So one of the ways to plot this is, it is a quadratic whose roots are 1 and 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this quadratic whose roots are 1 and 2. So how will this quadratic graph be? It will be like this. Right? So this is 1, this is 2. You can plot the graph of this quadratic, right? X square minus 3x plus 2. What is the other way to plot it? Other way to plot it is, you remember that for any quadratic ax square plus bx plus c, its vertex is minus b by 2a, comma minus d by 4a. Quick revision, the ones who forgot this. Minus b by 2a, comma minus d by 4a. This is the vertex. So actually, if you find out its value, minus b by 2a minus d by 4a, this point will actually come out to be 3 by 2, comma minus 1 by 4. Hence, you can plot the graph. And what is this point ka value? Can somebody tell me the value of this point? ये कितना होगा? Put x equal to 0. When you put x is equal to 0, this will be 2. When x equal to 0, y is 2. So this is the graph of this quadratic. This is the graph of y is equal to x square minus 3x plus 2. Done? All of you? This is clear? If this is done, then now plot the graph of mod of fx and plot the graph of f of mod x. देखो यहाँ देखो. If you have done it, good enough. Otherwise, look. Yeah, देखो, cool. Yeah, good. So Dhruv, Rudra, Anant, yeah, 2, you are right. Okay, now, अब देखो ग्राफ प्लॉट करते हैं. So once we have plotted this graph, now let's first plot the graph of mod of fx. कैसे बनेगा? Mod of fx, simple. What was negative, it will just come up. What was negative? This negative portion of the graph, right? This negative portion of the graph just came up, right? So this green portion is the graph of y is equal to mod of fx. The graph negative portion comes up. This portion will also come up. Cool? ये तो clear हो गया सबको? Now let's plot the graph of. किसका? Now this is the graph of f of mod x. What did I tell you? Erase the left hand side portion of the graph. Erase it. ठीक है? What did I tell you? Erase this negative portion of the graph. Erase कर दिया. Now what will you do? You will have to take the mirror image of the right hand side portion of the graph on the left hand side. So you took the mirror image. ठीक है? You took the mirror image. So this graph is the graph of f of mod x. Now the question was, once these two graphs are plotted, the question was g of x is equal to f of mod x plus mod of fx. You have to talk about its continuity and differentiability. It is very simple. Just talk about the continuity and discontinuity and differentiability here, and talk about the discontinuity and non-differentiability here. Combined points is your answer. So look at this. This is not differentiable where sharp corner कहाँ पे है? 1, 2. ठीक है? So this is not differentiable. ND मतलब not differentiable in short. Not differentiable at x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 2. And it is discontinuous at x is equal to 0. Right? Cool. Now look at this graph. There is a sharp corner at 0. So this graph is not differentiable at x equal to 0. Combine the two. Your answer is not differentiable at x is equal to 0, 1 and 2. Not differentiable at 0, 1 and 2. And discontinuous at, कहाँ पे discontinuous है? ये तो everywhere continuous. This is discontinuous at 0. So discontinuous at x is equal to 0. This is your answer. This is your answer. Got it? So again I am repeating what you have to do. If there is a question of gx is equal to f of mod x plus mod of fx, ठीक है, क्या करना है आपको? प्लॉट f of mod x का ग्राफ, प्लॉट mod of fx का ग्राफ, see the points of discontinuity and non-differentiability here, see the points of discontinuity and not differentiability here, combine them, that is your net answer. As simple as that. Now I will give you a question which has come in IIT. Now let's see how many of you give me the correct answer. Clear? ठीक है? So guys, Rishit and all of you who are finding it fast, I hope you'll be able to do this fast. Do this. Simple problem hai. This came in IIT few years back. Exactly same problem which I just told you. Read it आराम से, read it आराम से. Ashwari Kharadi, you are asking about f of mod x in one line once again. Simple है, जो ग्राफ एफ एक्स का लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में है ना वाई एक्सिस के, उसको इरेज कर दो, जस्ट इरेज इट, एंड जो ग्राफ वाई एक्सिस के राइट हैंड साइड में है उसको एक बार लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में उसका रिफ्लेक्शन ले लो. दैट्स इट. दैट इज द ग्राफ ऑफ एफ ऑफ mod x. कूल. चलो गाइस, डू दिस फास्ट. स्टेप 1, प्लॉट दिस ग्राफ. स्टेप 1 क्या है? प्लॉट द ग्राफ ऑफ एफ एक्स. Step 2, plot the graph of f of mod x and then plot the graph of mod of fx. Check the discontinuity and non-differentiability of this. Check the discontinuity and non-differentiability of this. Combine that, you have the answer. It is super simple. Should not take a max of a minute. Max बता रहा हूँ, otherwise half a minute में हो जाएगा. इसका ग्राफ हमने बना लिया एफ एक्स का. आई होप एवरीबडी हैज मेड दिस ग्राफ. सो आई एम जस्ट क्विकली मेकिंग इट. -1 बिटवीन -2 से 0. सो इमेजिन दिस इज -2, दिस इज 0 एंड दिस इज से 2. ठीक है. सो y इक्वल टू -1, y इक्वल टू -1 है. देन x -1, देन x -1 बिटवीन 0 से 2. ये तो सबको पता है. x -1 का ग्राफ कैसा होगा? व्हेन x इज 0, y इज -1. So this is the graph of, what? X -1, right? The red one is x -1, the black one is -1. ठीक है. Now rest is plot these two graphs. Now let me see the answers. What answers are you telling me? The answers are yeah. Let's see who gave me the answer first. Dhruv, yes. Afreen, Abhiram, Rishit, yes. Samia Safa, Vasudev, Anant, Abhishek, Dhruv, Atreya, Pavan. Yes, guys, all of you are correct. Answer is B. See how simple it is now for you. हो गया ना, कितना simple हो गया अभी. Quickly, I've shown you how to do it. After plotting y equal to fx graph, now we are plotting the graph of y equal to f of mod x. f of mod x में क्या करते हैं? We will erase this portion of the graph. Erase it. इसको rub कर दो. Rub, 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 rub. And then take the mirror image of the right hand side to the left. So it looks like this. ठीक है. So what do you see? You see a sharp corner here at x equal to 0. So not differentiable at x equal to 0. Very good. Now look at the graph of, now this is the graph of, ये कैसा ग्राफ बना रहे हैं हम? Now we are plotting the graph of y is equal to mod fx. y equal to mod fx में क्या होगा? All the negative portion will jump up. This portion will jump up and this portion will jump up. So y equal to -1 बन जाएगा y equal to 1. And this negative portion will become like this. It will become like this. giving you two sharp corners, one sharp corner here, one sharp corner here. So 0 and 1. So sharp corner at 0 and 1. If I combine the two, if I combine this and this, I see that it is not differentiable at 0 and 1. So my answer is fx is not differentiable at x equal to minus 2 say 2. Okay. Sorry, fx is differentiable. Fx is differentiable at x is equal to minus 2 say 2 minus 0 to 1. So it is differentiable everywhere between minus 2 say 2 except 0 and 1, except the 2 points 0 and 1, right? So this is your answer. Differentiable for all values between minus 2 say 2 except 0 and 1. Minus curly bracket 0 and 1 means except 0 and 1. Clear? Chalo. Good guys. Now do this. Do this problem guys. Okay, I'll just take a couple of more problems, this and one more problem which came in recent IIT. Okay, and after that you can actually attempt any IIT JEE ka problem on your own. Do this. This is a very, very simple one. Rishit, you can separately ask me, Rishit, that 2018 ka problem. Okay. I'll give you my email ID. Towards the end of the session, I'll give my email ID to all of you. Now, look at this one. Again, very simple problem. Should not take again more than half a minute. Answer aaya kisi ka? So what is the answer that you guys are telling me? Lots of mixed responses. Dhruv, Pavan, Afreen says A, Prakhar says C, Prakashar, sorry. Shobit says B. Shobit is saying B. Okay. Okay. Guys, answer is what? It is not differentiable at 0 and plus minus 1. Answer is A. कैसे? Quick करते हैं, very quick. ठीक है? कैसे? देखो ध्यान से. Answer is A. So सबसे पहले let's start by plotting the graph of. Do you know the graph of y equal to mod x? Can you plot the graph of y equal to mod x, all of you? कैसा होता है y equal to mod x का graph? So this is the graph of y equal to mod x. Y is equal to mod x. I'm going step by step, right? So first I'm trying to plot this mod of x minus 1. So when I do, if you know y equal to mod x, then you also know y equal to mod x minus 1. When I do a minus 1, what will happen? The entire green graph will shift 1 down vertically. So this becomes the graph of y is equal to mod of x minus 1. Right? Now, what you have to do? You have to take a modulus of this entire thing. Now, take a modulus of entire thing. किसका modulus लेना है? Now, I have to plot y is equal to modulus of the entire red graph. The entire red graph. Mod of x minus 1 का mod लेना है. So, what will happen? Nothing, simple. This red graph, just focus on the red graph. When you take its entire red graph ka mod, wherever it was negative, it will just jump up. That's it. So your graph will look like, this red graph will now look like this, like this, like this, like this, because these negative portions had jumped up. That's it. So this is the graph of y is equal to mod of x minus 1. All you need to find out what are these points. Very simple. When you actually shifted y equal to mod x graph 1 down, okay, you can easily see at x equal to 1, the graph becomes 0. So 1 ka mod is 1, 1 minus 1, 0. So this point is 1. Similarly, minus 1 ka mod is 1, minus 1 again 0. So this red graph cuts the x-axis at minus 1 and 1. So these points are minus 1 and 1. and this point is of course 0. So where do you see sharp corners? Here, here, and here. That's it. Cool. So the function is not differentiable at 0 and plus minus 1. Answer is A, which all of you, many of you actually gave me, but some of you gave me B answer. Okay, so you missed out 0. Silly mistake. Don't do that. Okay. So I've explained the same thing here. I'm not repeating it. Now let's take a problem which came, last problem, which came in, I think, recent IIT. Do you want to try it on your own? You can try it this question on your own. Okay, you can note it down. I'll not solve it. Try it on your own. Okay. My question is, can you plot its graph? Okay, let's, of course you can talk about the continuity and differentiability, but thing is plot its graph, which is most important thing. Plot its graph. All of you. Okay, I'll quickly take a screen where I've solved it. Okay, so that when you're revising through this video, you can pause it and quickly see that. This is the graph. You can pause it on this screen while revising and see the answer. Okay, now come to this problem. So this is the problem that I want you to solve now. This problem came in advanced, IIT Advanced 2014. Okay, you will see how advanced problems are very, very simple and verbal. This problem again is of half a minute, not more than that, and it is an IIT JEE advanced problem. Do it. So previous problem जो मैंने दिया था, the problem which I gave you, once you have the replay of this video available to you, you can pause at the screen where I had plotted the graph and see for yourself. But I want you to plot the graph yourself, all of you. Yeah. Has anybody solved it? Half a minute has gone by. Max मतलब all of you क्या करना है? Plot the graph of f of x, plot the graph of g of x. When x is less than equal to 0, just look at the higher graph. Look at the higher graph. When x is greater than 0, just look at the lower graph. That's it, as simple as that. Anyone? Jatin is saying A, Abhiram is saying A, Sagar is saying D, Rajat A. Rishit is again saying A. Is A the answer? Guys, plot the graph. Dhyan se. You are missing out on something, guys. Most of you are giving me answer A. Rudra is saying C. C कैसे होगा Rudra? Anant is saying B. Abhishek is saying B. Okay. I think the answer is B, but let's do it very simply. ठीक है? चलो करते हैं. Note कर लेना problem, all of you. Answer is B, guys. Answer is B. Let's do it quickly. देखो क्या करना है अपने को? The functions, let me write the functions again. The function was f of x was mod of x plus 1 and g of x was x square plus 1. सबसे पहले तो let's plot its graph, which is very simple graph. कैसे बनेगा? Mod of x plus 1 का graph, all of you know, right? It is mod x का graph shifted 1 up. So this is the graph of mod x. And when you add plus 1 to it, it will shift up. It will shift 1 up. So let me just directly make that graph. So this is the graph of mod of x plus 1. ठीक है? Starting at 1. Because the mod x का graph shifted up by 1. Now let's plot the graph of x square plus 1. So x square का graph तो all of you know. So this is the graph of x square. But when you add a plus 1 to it, what will happen? It will again shift up by 1. It will again shift up by 1. So can I plot it here? I'm making it in red, okay? So this is the graph of x square plus 1. But guys, do you realize I took care of one concept which we learned in the beginning of the class? What concept did I take care of? Which graph is higher, which graph is lower? I knew that. Look at this green graph. The green graph is what? It is x plus 1 between 0 to 1. Mod x is x. And the red graph is x square plus 1. Which is higher? Between x and x square, which is higher? Between 0 to 1, x is higher as compared to x square. यहाँ पे गलती नहीं. You should not do mistake here. Got it? And beyond 1, which is higher? Beyond 1, x square is higher as compared to x. Cool. This is the only concept, guys. Now, the question was, let me just write the question again. Question was hx is equal to the max of fx and gx when x is less than equal to 0, and it is minimum of fx and gx when x is greater than 0. तो x less than 0 पे जाते हैं. It is max. X less than 0 मतलब the left hand side of the graph, left of the y-axis का graph. I need to look at the max, higher graph, right? And then between green and red, which is higher? This is higher. Now, when I go to x greater than 0, I want the minimum wala graph. So lower graph. I want the lower graph. So I take the lower graph. The red one is lower and then green one is lower. That's it. So if you see carefully, your graph actually looks like this. पहले आया x square वाला. First it's like x square. Then came your straight line. Then came your x square. And then came your line. So if you see carefully, there are three sharp corners. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 sharp corners. So what are the where is it non-differentiable? At how many points? 3. Answer is B. That's it. Simple as that. ठीक है या सप्तर्षि कोई बात नहीं. It's okay. हाँ Shobhit, you are talking about the greatest integer of the question. Yeah, you can check from the replay. Don't worry. And I think you're correct. Cool. Clear? समझ में आ गया? Any doubt, anybody? See how simple it is? And there are similar problems in JEE Advanced. So this is, I think, a recent, like 1 or 2 years back, question in JEE Advanced in this matrix match wala jo aata hai na. Again, it is very simple. I'm not solving it. You can solve it on your own and you can send me the answer. ठीक है? But look at this. Again, very simple. क्या करना है? X into mod x. You need to plot its graph. You need to plot the graph of x into mod x. It is very simple, by the way. ठीक है? You need to plot the graph of under root of mod x. Very important. This is very important graph. In fact, the graph of under root of x is actually very important. Its graph is like this. Its range and domain are both x greater than 0, y greater than 0. ठीक है? X plus greatest integer. Again, simple graph. This. ठीक है? Actually, this problem should not take more than 1. So I think it will take around 1.5 minutes. Not more than that. To do it very, very precisely. ठीक है? But again, it is purely graphical problem. You don't have to do anything else. ठीक है? You can solve it on your own. You can send me the answers. ठीक है? I'll share my email ID. But before that, yeah, so I took a continuity and differentiability ka session almost a month back. At that time, lots of students asked me about launching a short course on continuity and differentiability because the concepts are very important and it is very graphical as well. So I'm launching a very short course on continuity and differentiability. In this, I'll cover this entire portion, and in this, I will also do the graphs in lot of detail. ठीक है? So we will do this chapter with the perspective of graphs very, very heavily, because These graphs are going to help you in which chapters? Application of derivative, completely graphical. Your calculus, your integral calculus, sorry, that is your definite integration plus area under the curve. ठीक है? Which forms the highest portion in IIT JEE is purely graphical, purely graphical. So that is why this chapter is important, because in this chapter your concepts of graphs become very solidified. I will make that happen. Okay? So the ones who want it, you can go for it. So this is the course link. Okay, and I think today there is some lightning offer going on. So there is some lightning offer going on today on this course page. You can go and check it out. So the course link is vdnt.in/conti. If you, so here you will see the entire details here. Okay, and I think there is a lightning. Yeah, so there's the course today is offered at I think 999. Okay, at the discount, the ones who are attending my session. Okay, cool. So yeah, so it's almost an hour now. You can note down this course link, VDNT for Vedantu, vdnt.in/conti for continuity, right? And the ones who want to get in touch with me to discuss any doubt that you might had in this session, please feel free to email me at pulkit.jain@vedantu.com. ठीक है, pulkit.jain@vedantu.com. You can email me if you have any query or anything. pulkit.jain@vedantu.com. The ones who are interested in the continuity continuity and differentiability course, you can refer to this link, vdnt.in/conti. There is a discount going on today, lightning offer, and in this I will actually cover this portion in depth. And my approach is very graphical, guys. When I was of your age, I used to do almost every problem graphically. So that's how I used to approach it. And if you learn graphs in detail, the problems of calculus especially, they are very simple, very fast. Okay, cool. And Atreya, you can ask your questions there as well. But at times my WhatsApp number is bombarded with lots of messages. But yeah, feel free to ping there. No worries. Okay, guys, I hope you understood the concepts today. Yes or no? I want a yo or no if you understood the concepts today, and if you think that you could benefit from today's session. Okay, let me know, guys. Yo. Jyoti says yo. Others? Good. Thank you. Thanks a lot, guys. Great. Chalo, keep solving lots of problems, but now when you're attempting the problems, please attempt the problems graphically. That's the new way of thinking, right? Cool? All of you? Chalo, see you around. Have a good night. Bye-bye. Write to me for any doubt or anything. I'll keep sharing my... Acha, by the way, do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, okay? So Vedantu ka jo YouTube channel hai, please subscribe there. Because all the sessions which I take, I live stream them on YouTube as well. So if you subscribe to YouTube, you'll keep getting the notifications of all the live sessions happening on Vedantu. Okay? So as we get closer to IIT, we will keep taking more and more sessions. And in October, we will be launching crash course as well. So in October, we are launching a crash course where we will cover entire 11th and 12th before your January mid, before your JEE mains ka exam in January. Okay, chalo. On that note, bye-bye. Enjoy and be happy. Bye.